Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome back to PSA TV. This is the Wake Up Call segment. I'm Avalon Williams. We have on the phone with us this morning, she's our very own Trinidadian Calypsonian. She goes by the name of Miss Singing Sandra. Good morning, Miss Sandra.
Good morning, my dear.
How are you today?
Well, now getting up, but giving God thanks for life, seeing another day, and just waiting to see what He has planned for me.
Yes, I'm glad you took this phone call with us this morning because we were informed that Calvin Wayne, who's been spearheading some of the kids who came out from the Cyril Ross home, he has been helping them, and he also told us that you have reached out to him as well and been lending support. How has that been for you?
It's sad. I try to help wherever I can. And I want to say something here. I did put a post on Facebook asking, people for assistance and whatever. And out of that, I only got 3 responses.
Right.
And I would say, that if I had put a bacchanal, this is directed to Facebook people. If I had put was a bacchanal or whatever, I would have gotten over 100 responses. But only 3 responses, But still, I thank those who have reached out. And I try my best. I try whatever I could do to assist. I got some clothes for them. I got some, non-perishable foods and things for them. And I will continue to help wherever I can.
Miss Sandra, do you think these children should be offered like social grants?
The whole thing about it is these children, I think, should be given whatever assistance, because while people might say they are 18 and they are no longer children, in my estimation, they are children of the nation.
Yes.
So am I at 61 years of age, I'm still a child of the nation. So they are children of the nation. So, they didn't ask for what they have. They were born with it. Some of them their parents have already died. Some of them whose relatives are still alive, because of not being properly educated on the virus, will feel that, if the child only watch them, that they will contract the virus.
Yeah.
These are our children. These are our children. None of us know the contributions that their parents made towards this country. So why? And while I'm saying that, I got in not arguments, but discussions with people on the Venezuelan issue. I have no problem with, helping others. But since I was born, I keep hearing them say charity begins at home.
Yes.
So now it's so hurtful to me that even in my area, I see where Venezuelans are housed. And these children that were born here doesn't have anywhere to sleep, doesn't have a meal. Nothing provided for them. And on various occasions, I know Kelvin has been going out and trying to reach different authorities, and nothing. So it has me very pissed.
He's been asking for a shelter for these children when they turn 18, he said they're kicked out of Cyril Ross home. Do you think the government or they should provide some sort of shelter for these children after they have turned the age of 18? Without
a doubt, because they know the way the home runs. We have these children, and of course we know they're going to reach 18. So no thought was put into what's going to happen to them, what's their situation after 18, and they come, they're out of the home. I mean, they're in the home, the authorities at the home know that they don't let, much family don't come and look for them or bring anything for them. So that alone should tell you that they have nobody out there. So we are the ones to take care of them. They didn't, I could understand, adults so being promiscuous and contract the virus. But these children didn't do that.
Yeah.
These children came with it from their mother's womb. In certain cases, the mother may not have been promiscuous. The father might have been, and bring it home for the mother. And because I have friends and relatives that died from this virus, and they were in their homes as decent people, and the husbands went out and whatever, and different vice versa. So these children, they should think about, okay, when they reach 18, what are we going to do with them? Where are they going to go? How are they going to survive? are we just going to leave them to die, or are we just going to let them out into society to spread the virus? Because at the moment they are very vulnerable.
Yes.
And to look at it, as I was listening to the young man that did the interview with Kelvin, and he said that many times he's tempted, to do the wrong. But I give God thanks and praise that God is holding him, that he's not getting himself into trouble. I hear him explain that when they take the medication, they get hungry, they will eat before the medication, take the medication and become hungry again. What are they to do? Not to go and rob somebody or rob somebody food or something, so much. And wow, it's really hurt me.
I know Calvin mentioned that you have been praying with him as well. What is your interactions with the kids?
Actually, I've never met the kids.
Right.
I've never met the kids. I was introduced to Kelvin by someone, by Daryl Duku of Facebook fame. I was introduced to Kelvin by him. That's when I made my first contribution. And I stayed in contact with Kelvin because, even Kelvin as a young man with a family, has the heart, to go this distance. Nothing is happening for him, he's not gaining anything by this. Just because of the life that he shared with me how he grew up. And he knew the hardships of living on the street. Although he didn't have to live with it with the disease, but he knew the struggles on the street. So he don't want to see another person, another child go through this. Hence the reason why he's going out, so much. But we talk very often, and I still try wherever I can, do something. I try my best.
I've made contact with persons, and I've spoken to Calvin as well yesterday, that the Serenity Place has offered to take some of these children for 6 months.
Great.
So I'm not too sure if he had informed you about it, but
no, I'm spoken to
right.
him.
But the children also asked that they do some sort of training to receive a stipend, because apparently White Up offers a stipend as well. But in terms of interacting with other children, that was their main concern. Do you even suggest that the government should have some sort of program for HIV victims?
Yes, I do. Yes, I think they should. You see, again, it's all because of not being educated on the virus, And you can't vex with people for, when you hear about what, AIDS is, nobody wants that. So if you're not educated and you feel that, hey, if you only pass and touch me, I will contract the virus, then you can't vex with people for that. So I know that kind of thing for them, the bullying, the victimization, all of this that they would get. But we have to start somewhere. We have to do something so that these children could live, because the medication could, allow them to live for a substantial amount of time. But within that time, let them be human, let them feel like human, let them not feel like they're animals or stray dogs. Let's do something for them. And the people of my nation too are very, very harsh, and some of them heartless. There's a lady, a friend of mine, Gloria Charles Hampton, that she saw the post that I put and she contacted me. I have Nubia Charlene David, who is from South, and Charlene is working hard. She's a nurse. And she's working hard even in terms of looking for shelter for these children, getting medication brought to them. Gloria has donated clothes, she has donated food. Anjani Vishnu, also a friend of mine, Anjani Samuel, she too brought me a whole 2 big bags of clothes and things like that. So, if everybody, boy, could just buy a tin of corned beef and a tin of peas, and we sure that they will eat. But the most important thing is getting somewhere for them to sleep, because right now I know they are being taken advantage of, and if they're hungry and, somebody come to them and think, for sexual favors or whatever, and they know that they won't get $1, so they will get something to eat, do you think they're going to tell them, no, I am infected, I can't have sex with you? No, they won't, because they're hungry, they want to survive. So it's a scary thing as well.
Miss Sandra, you have sung a song a couple of years ago. You have won the Soca Monarch title for it.
No, Calypso Monarch.
The Calypso Monarch, right, sorry about that. And when we look back, when I look back and I listen to the words, the lyrics of your music, would you say what you sang a couple of years ago is happening right now? And
yes, it is. Nothing has changed. As a matter of fact, now it's worse. I need to sing the song again.
Yeah. So do you think do you think you're going to give us a part 2 to that song?
I can't say. I
really can't say.
I really can't say. Maybe that song, another song, I don't know. But within that, I really am studying this song. I just asking God, and every day my prayer, I ask God to protect this children, to look over them, because I don't know, probably if I check along the line, one of them might be related to me. We never know. So I just ask God for deliverance for these children. That's why I did this.
Yeah, I want to thank you so much for taking this call with us and ask you for your closing comment.
People, let's be positive. Let's think not only of ourselves, but just think of helping another one. I mean, put yourself in that position. Rain falling, bucket a drop, and you have to sleep in a savannah, in a pavilion. Rain blowing in and here, you can't even get a cover to cover yourself. You're cold. You wake in the morning, you're hungry, your belly growling. You can't think of going anywhere to get a meal, a breakfast or whatever. So I'm saying, let me put God first now and do the right thing. And to the people at Cyril Ross who will treating these children, karma is a biatch. And if you feel you're doing these children wrong and all is going to be nice with you, you're going to pay for it. You are going to pay for it. And to these children, although I don't know you and I don't have to know you, I just say, all love to you, and I ask God to comfort you, to hold you, and, keep fighting against the negativity. Because the negative vibes will come, because I know you all want to survive. But fight it. I know it's a sacrifice all they're making to live, but at the end of the tunnel, there's a rainbow. And I truly believe that. To Mr. Kelvin Wayne, I don't know what to say about you, young man. You're a remarkable young man. And continue doing what you're doing. When you do good, good will follow you.
Thank you.
That's just it. And I pray God that the powers that be could see the importance of taking care of these children. May God bless them all. May God bless you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, Miss Sandra.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Folks, that was our very own Trinidadian Calypsonian singer, Mrs. Singing Sandra there. She's also involved with the HIV victims' children who came from the Cyril Ross home. These children has informed us of the ill treatment they received, and they're asking for just somewhere to sleep at night and to be given meals during the day. Because of the medication they're taking, it warrants them to eat probably 5 to 6 meals per day. And Kelvin Wayne has been taking care of these children who was kicked out of the Cyril Ross home. So we're gonna, this morning we're gonna release an interview which we did on Monday with a couple who came out from the Cyril Ross home, and one of the the young lady, she's currently pregnant and she's due for delivery anytime now. So we're gonna toss to that interview in a short while, and we're gonna come back to the program. Thanks so much.
From the ghetto.